the VIP and the Queen Champion Polo Club. Let the dance begin.
Good morning. Welcome to CTV Sports. My name is Dale Schwetz, and we are live from the Grand Champions Polo Club. And a beautiful day here in southern Florida for continuing action and the final of the 2025 Fall Plates. And I'd like to welcome everybody around the world to our final here, where we have two very strong teams continuing action from Friday. Newport going up against Sebi Lyon, and the Newport team will be in the powder blue and white jerseys. Reminds me of beautiful Aspen, Colorado when I see those colors. And we're going to have a little change in the lineup today. So a very strong team with Gene Goldstein will play the number 1, and playing the number 2 today will be Mark Gansey, the Cobra. Playing number 3 will be Grant Gansey, double G, father-son combination. And then playing the number 4 will be Nick Roldan, one of the top American players, highest rated American players. And a great combination here. Gene will pull the team at a very high level. He scored 5 goals on Friday and did a fantastic job. Horses look great. And then when you put the Ganseys in the middle, they do a great job playing off each other. Father-son combination there. And then Nick Roldan will do a great job at the number 4 position, facilitating the ball, short passes and long. He'll do it all. Now, in the hot pink jerseys, we will have, and this can be a replacement, we had Sebastian Mandelbaum, who played on Friday, but today will be Phil Gutman. I'd like to welcome back Phil, who is a graduate. He hates when I say that, but he is a graduate of the Polo School, and that is actually an honor. Phil, it's always a honor to know that you graduated and have taken yourself to another level. Right there, we're just getting a thumbs up from our Mount official Gaston Dorniak. And there's a good shot there of Grant Gansey as he warms up. We'll get our final warm-ups here of the teams. But let's go through the Sebi Lyon team in the hot pink. Love the jerseys. And so we're going to have Phil at the number 1. And then at the number 2, we're going to go ahead and have Sugar Erskine. And playing the number 3 will be Santos Bellini. And then we'll have the number 4, Jason Crowder. Now, the 3-man combination of Erskine, Bellini, and Crowder was very strong on Friday. And as I said, Sebastian Mandelbaum did a great job pulling the team. Phil will fill the spot at a high level also. He understands the game and his polo knowledge. He's been trained by our Director of Operations, Juan Bellini. I'm going to talk a lot about the Polo School as the day goes on, but we are live from field number 3 at the Grand Champions Polo Club. So if you go to gcpolo.com, you'll be able to get the GPS coordinates to field 3. And look at this, first ball of the day taken out of the bowling. And Phil, and what a finish. And that is a great way to start, Phil. Welcome back to the Grand Champions Polo Club. Phil, out of Miami, also plays in a number of different of our other polo. Here's a good shot of the drone footage. And that is not an easy finish on the next shot, but doing a good job to get that finish right there. He is also part of the Polo On Demand program, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. We will be using the courtesy change today if needed. The players will be able to ask for that change. And remember, to any of our new viewers, we will switch directions after every goal, and it looks like the Cobra on the move. Nice pickup here as they win the bowling. And, taken out of there by Erskine. And Sugar, can he keep it on the field? No. It looks like he's going to go ahead and just have a little bad luck there. And that ball will go off the field. And we will have a safety. So remember the safety when the ball goes over the end line. As in soccer, when the defending team hits it over their end line, you will get a 60-yard penalty shot from wherever the ball does roll over the end line, no further than 40 yards from the center. So if that ball was to go out by the boards, which the polo field being 160 yard wide. Yes, I did say that, 160 yards wide. So a polo field is wider than a football field is or soccer field is in length. And they'll never go no further than 40 based on the one approach, one shot on goal. And it looks like it's going to be Grant Gansey to do the honors here for Newport. Grant going to get underneath this one, and a nice try there by by Gene, trying to keep it on the field. But that ball go just wide. So the Sebeline team will dodge a bullet there on the penalty 6 safety in polo. Remember, the penalty 4 is also from the 60-yard mark. And it looks like today we are not using boards here in the fall season. That is a tournament committee. They can choose whether to use them or not. I like playing. I like playing with the boards and without. I think it's very safe for the horses without, and so sometimes it's fun to change that. If you see in the background there, it looks like we have some players sticking ball in as the polo school is in session. So the director of operations, Juan Bellini, looks like he's got about 3 or 4 students out there. So a lot of action here for our fall season Grand Champions Polo Club. On the move here is this field does run north and south. Bad luck. Comes off the back of Phil's pony. Turned around and controlled. And Rodan trying to work it down. Stolen by Crowder. Nice play by Jason. Back across the center. And Santos Bellini is all by himself. And something went wrong here. Look at this ball might go on its own. Oh, no. No. Bad luck there as Phil and Santos, I know, are probably talking to each other there as they were on a true breakaway. And you know what? It just looked like an easy shot by Santos. It just carried off the field. Now remember the length of that field being 300 yards long, so 150 yards from center. And Santos hit it a good 100 plus. Off the pony on the knock, and here we go. It's going to be Newport on the move. Sugar checking the shoulder. Nice angle there on the tail shot. Right to Jason on the one time. Looking for Santos. Picked up by Roldan. Nick will put it across the center on the open back shot. And he's got number 2. Picked up here by Mark. Control plays. He carries it in from right to left on the beautiful chestnut here. Santa Rita breeding operation off the goalpost. And I think the Cobra is going to get a little luck here. Keep an eye on this ball. It should go off the post right here on this shot. Watch this. Here. Boom, it goes off the post and right in, and Cobra strikes to pick one up and get the equalizer. So 1-1 as we click down under 2 minutes, and back to the center we'll go. Line him up on Gaston Dorniak in his yellow. Love the umpires here. Grand Champions Polo Club, different jerseys they wear, different colors. And very fashionable. On the move, picked up here and taken out. Looking for Phil Gutman. Phil, nice little play here by Phil as he picks it up. See, he bellied out to the left side there to get the cut shot. Now tries to work it in, and look at this. Field 3 is like a pool table today. The ball is traveling quickly, and it has gone off the field twice, so this should open the game up here as the players get used to that pace of the field. And here we go. This was like a Newport attack as Gene Goldstein and Gansey going forward. Cobra now, he'll pick up the pass. Looking for a coast to coast. And That ball's going to go just off to the side there. So bad luck. And I believe that they just went just wide. Yeah, so see what they go ahead and do here. I guess that's going to go and end the chukker. So a nice run there once again, but here we are. So a good start by both teams. Newport in the blue and white, Sebi Lion in the hot pink. We'll get everybody on some fresh ponies, and we'll be back for our second chukker of the finals of the 2025 Fall Plates. Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz, and we're preparing for our second chukker of the 2025 Fall Plates Final. Thank you for joining us here on CTV Sports. You notice the cars right there, and it looks like, someone might have got pulled over on Lake Worth Road. But Lake Worth Road, the reason why we bring it up now, during the winter season, a lot of people, and they reference that, that's where you'll see all the international flags that are put at the Grand Champions Polo Club. It is the fixture during the winter season, but you can see a lot of people coming into Wellington today. Lake Worth Road runs east and west. This field runs north and south, so we'll call it the Miami goal and the Orlando goal as the teams are going to different goals. We ended the chukker with the Newport team with Gene Goldstein playing number 1, Mark Gansey playing the 2, Grant Gansey playing the 3, and Nick Rodan playing number 4. And that's why we're going to start with a knock-in for Sebi Lion with Phil Gutman playing the 1, Sugar Erskine playing the 2, Santos Bellini playing the number 3 right here, Santos, and Jason Crowder. We played on the flat, so 0-0 to start off. Phil Gutman has a goal, and Mark Gansey does, and look at this, Phil on the move once again on the big gray pony. He'll override. Backed up clean. Whoa, rare miss there by number 4. And he'll regroup. Nick. It's not like Nick. And here's a shot by Crowder, though, and that ball's going to carry through. And Jason Crowder firing from way out, but a nice shot there. Here's your replay here. I believe it was Jason. I thought Santos went over the top of it there. And I don't know if maybe he left that. No, it looked like he missed it, but I think that might have been a set play there as they came together. And great finish there by Crowder. So Jason will get his first goal of the game. Crowder coming off a fantastic season at the Aspen Valley Polo Club. And remember, you go to AspenValleyPoloClub.com if you're looking to play polo in the summertime. It starts in July every year and goes into September. So you can kind of check that out. Also, you can get some feedback on snow polo, the whole Aspen area, as the club is in Carbondale. So make sure you check that out for your future polo playing experiences. On the move, on the give and go, and that's what you want, the Cobra going forward. And here's another guy who had a very, very strong summer season. And actually, we had a fantastic summer. Very, very busy. High-go polo at its finest in the mountains. And as you can see right there, the chestnut mare doing a great job taking Gansey in there for the easy touch and getting the equalizer once again, making it 2-2. Through the backside, it's going to be picked up here now by Roldan. It'll be Nick. No contact on the bowling until the umpire releases the ball. So remember that. Kind of like a face-off. Very similar to the rules in hockey. Players cannot touch each other until the puck leaves the official's hands. Turn around here by Grant. And now a jousting play by Santos. Grant's going to go and wait on that one. Stolen away by Crowder. Jason. He'll work it down. Now it's going to be stolen away by Nick. And Nick's got time. Looking for the long ball here. A little short. Picked up and controlled by, looks like Erskine. Sugar also having a very strong summer season. On the move, picked up here and backed up cleanly by Grant. Both teams looking for a opportunity as Nick will go from the right side, the offside, to the left side, the near side. Now the deep neck shot. This is a nice pass. Once again, he's going to pick up Mark. And with time here, he'll make the turn. Good D by Erskine. Cobra takes his time. Shot on goal, and looks like Nick will get the finish. So the back and forth now, Roldan and Gansey play a lot of pole together, so you'll see a lot of good passing here. Here's the pickup. Good ball control. Now, take a breath. Nobody can get, Phil's got to give a play. Well done, Phil. And then Nick right there on the little tap. A Rude to get the finish and get the 1-goal lead as we come back to the center. Gaston Dorniak will line them back up. Once again, on the other side of that beautiful hedge line, you see there is field 1 and 2. If you've been to the beautiful Grand Champions Polo Club in our stadium field. On the move on the outside, picked up here, the 2 number 3s, Santos, Bellini, and Grant Gansey, and Grant's going to get the best of Santos, stolen away by Sugar. Nice little play right there. Now the tail shot, keeping the rhythm going here. Good D by Newport, stolen away by Crowder, and we'll click down to our last, almost a minute left here in this second chukker of 6 chukkers for our finals. Nice pass across field here to Grant. Grant playing that one-touch polo, and he has been doing that at a very high level for the last 3 or 4 years, and now really getting strong at his perception and ability to move the ball around the field. And look at this, and wow, man, the Cobra is going to strike again. And that's the way you do it, but just good passing here. Watch. Sugar backs it up cleanly. And Nick, knowing right there where the Cobra's at, perfect pass and the finish. And just good polo here by Newport. So that'll go ahead. Looks like the ball's still in the umpire's hand. So we'll go ahead and send everybody off to get some fresh ponies, and we'll be back for our third chukker play. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody, to the finals of the 2025 Fall Plates. I'm Dale Schwetz with CTV Sports, and nice to be back on the air. We had a dry summer here in Wellington, and then when we came to the fall, which we needed, some much-needed water, we had some rain, so for safety of the players and the four-legged athletes, we went ahead and moved into our second week here. So nice to be back at two very strong teams here for the finals of the 2025 Fall Plates. A lot of different tournaments going on all summer, so keep up on it. Just stay up on the websites, gcpolo.com, and you'll get all your information. Times and dates are going to change a lot, and based on weather and tournaments and things like that. So you want to keep your thumb on the pulse, as they say. But right now, here at Field 3, we have a very open running game going, and some great goals being scored back and forth with a 4-2 here in the third chukker. Once again, Newport in the white, blue and white, and Sebby Lyon in the hot pink. Here we go. Picked up here cleanly and controlled by Gene Goldstein. Goldstein on the rotation. He's going to find Gansey out in front once, twice, and wow, another easy goal there by Mark. As Mark will pick up his fourth of the day. Very well, good shooting there by Mark Gansey, and he is pulling the team. But this little rotation play, I like the way Goldstein and Gansey are switching positions. Gene wearing the 1, Mark wearing the 2, but you're going to see that full rotation there. Both teams playing a similar rotation. Phil will pull the team and stay in the front more on his Sebby Lyon team. But the Newport team definitely using the 4-player rotation to their advantage. And now look at this. It's going to be Gene going forward. Nick. Tries to get the cut shot there a little bit too far to the left. And once again, as I said, Field 3, like a pool table. The ball just moving so quickly as that ball goes just off the field. A good shot there of Roki, top manager for Grant Gansey. Very important, those pit crews. Keep those horses perfect for every chukker. Crowder's going to get a nice shot. And look at this. Nick's going to keep it on the field. Look like it might have been going out of bounds. And once again, the give and go. And 2 players override. Here comes Sebby Lyon. Picked up nicely. Crowder. Looking for Phil Gutman. Phil also plays in the beach polo and loves the snow polo, loves the play on all the different surfaces, and so it's always a lot of fun also. Big ball down the center, down the right side, and picked up here and controlled once again by Newport, and good D as Santos Bellini will control. Bellini working it down the far side. He'll override. Leaves it for Sugar. Erskine. Looking for Santos, and man, I think they're going to have a little problem over on the far side. Yep, it's going to go out of bounds, so we will get a change of possession. Cop on the pitch, and it'll be Nick Roldan to take the honors for Newport. Newport, one of our top teams here in the winter column for the 19 years that the amazing Grand Champions Polo Club has been open, and happy anniversary, as that's always very special. 19 years. Wow, man. Time flies when you're having fun, they say, and you're moving 35 to 36 miles an hour, hitting the ball 80 to 120 miles an hour, flying around the polo field. On the move, it's going to be picked up here and controlled by Gansey. Nice pass right here on the give and go. First time we've seen that happen. Oh, but Crowder gets the hook. Clean hook there. But they'll keep the energy going. Both teams very clean, keeping each other off the penalty line. We've only had the one safety, and otherwise it's been a very, very clean game. Left in here, though, by the man who started it, Grant Gansey. And Grant taking on two 7-line players, but cleaned up nicely by Bellini. Santos. Tato gets that one down the field. Looking for Erskine. Cleaned up nicely by the Cobra. Gutman's going to come in, override, but he'll leave this one, and it'll be Santos down. Bellini down by 3 here. Could use one to end this third chucker. And Gutman and Phil's going to pick up another. So well done, Phil. Good job taking that one in there. And this is going to be Santos working it down, though. It looked like Mark might have been able to get in there. They came together. And Phil just jumps in there quickly to pick up the third goal and his second goal of the day. And I get a little camaraderie right there between two players as they're riding back. They might get back for one more bowl in. We will see. And yes, they are. So perfect timing, as that'll be 30 seconds left here in the first half. So Newport up by 2 goals. Can they take it to 3? Gene Goldstein, he's got time on the little bay pony. He scored a couple goals on this bald-faced pony. Got that beautiful white stripe down the face. They call that bald face for horses. On the move. Well done, Gene. Nice try. Now Santos comes together with Gansey. And Santos Bellini will clean it up, and the clock goes tick, tick, tick. That'll end the chucker. So we will leave the halftime with a 5-3. Now remember, the polo school is open, and so if you are looking to play polo, you can go to gcpolo.com. And keep in mind, keep an eye open, because they are updating some of the sites, and you're going to be able to actually put your own lesson, pick your own lesson and time and date on the website. As you can see, a bunch of players riding in the back there. Director of Operation is Juan Bellini. You'll see his number on the website, and you can get organized with that. And also, you can talk to him about Polo on Demand. And Phil Gutman is one of the players that is actually participating in that program today. And it is one of the most exclusive programs in the world. We're going to go to halftime break, and we'll be right back. Stay with us. Good afternoon and welcome back to CTV Sports for our second half of the 2025 Fall Plates. And it looks like we got most of our players out there. Let's go through the players just in case you're joining us a little late today and you're here for the second half. 3 more chuckers left and a very clean, open final here on Field 3 at the Grand Champions Polo Club, gcpolo.com. In the hot pink jerseys will be Sebby Lyon. And Sebastian Mandelbaum was playing this weekend, and that's why we have the Sebby Lyon team. So big shout out to the family. But he is being replaced today by Phil Gutman. And Phil has 2 goals on the day, playing very well, so doing a good job. And he has Sugar Erskine behind him with Santos Bellini at the number 3 and Jason Crowder wearing the number 4. And they have 3 goals on the day, 1 by Jason and 2 by Phil. Then Newport in the powder blue and white jerseys today. And they have Gene Goldstein playing the number 1, Mark Gansey playing the number 2, Grant Gansey wearing the number 3, and Nick Roldan wearing the number 4. 4 goals by MG and Mark Gansey, and then another goal by Nick Roldan, and that's where we get our 5-3. Gaston Dorniak is our mountain official. I am working as our second official, as we do have our replay in effect. So if the players need, or the umpire needs to check a call, then they can radio here into the studios, CTV Sports Studios here in Wellington, Florida. And myself and our crew of producers that are all polo players themselves will analyze the play to make the most efficient call we can. And that gives us the ability to use all the angles, the end zone cams, the center cams, and our drone. So here we go. 3 chuckers left, and anybody's match at the moment as it's going to be backed up by Erskine. A little bit of a tennis match. Gansey off the pony of Bellini. Grant's going to go ahead and pick up his own ball, and well done, Grant. And that ball is going to go just off to the left side. But a good job there recreating a play that was broken coming off the pony. Now Erskine's going to come in with the clean knock-in, but Roldan's going to go ahead and hammer one back. Looks like Nick's getting a little sun there on his shoulders as he had his shirt pulled up there. It looked like he had his sleeves some off, but he's just getting along. Now he's all back in there. And here we go, on the move. Nice pick up here. And it looks like we got a change in the lineup here. And I believe that looks like Lorenzo Ramirez. So he's going to go ahead and fill the spot here for Phil Gutman. So, and well done, Lorenzo. That's what you want. Come out of the locker room, and Lorenzo Ramirez, of course, his mother is Lisa. She is our barn manager, working hand in hand with the tournament committee daily and nightly, keeping everything organized from the barns to the fields to the horses to the players. And Lorenzo, I've had an opportunity to work with him since he was a young man. Now he's in college, and he is very well schooled. So they're going to need it, though, because right now Mark Gansey's going to win another bowl-in here for Newport, get out in front on a very special little bay pony. Love this little horse. So easy. Look at the way this horse moves. Santa Rita breeding operation. Fantastic conformation on this dark bay pony. This is they call it a máquina in Spanish, which means a machine, and that is a pat on the back. Not to put it down and being an animal, of course, but that just means they just are that good. A beautiful horse there, Mark, very well mounted. actually the whole Newport team. But they'll go ahead and keep their 2-goal lead here, 6-4. Looks like we used a little bit of a courtesy change there, a quick courtesy change. Grant Gansey's going to take advantage of it. And once again, it's going to be the Cobra. Taking his time into the corner. He's going to work it around here. He's got Crowder in behind, but Grant doing a good job there. Nice little centering shot. And this is what I'm talking about. Wow. Perfectly placed ball here by Mark. And goal number 6 for Gansey. And again, just a fantastic horse here. You can see how the horse goes from right to left. Very easy to drag that ball. Well, I can't say easy. It makes it easier because it is not that easy. A lot of practice goes into what these players do out there. On the move, picked up here, and it's what you want. Lorenzo Ramirez. Nice pick up here, Lorenzo. Lorenzo played this summer in Aspen, and he also worked in the polo school. And look at this. They're going to get a shot on goal here, but that ball's going to go just wide to the left. And number 4, Roldan will knock it in for Newport. Off to the left side. Looking for Grant. Nice play here. I love when they open it up here. This is what you want to do. It's going to go from Nick to Grant. Now to Gene. Look for the finish. Gino tries to keep it on the field. That's going to work. Well done. Perfectly placed for Grant. And Grant one time. And Grant's going to get one. So, perfectly done here. Now watch this. If that ball can come straight back, and that was perfectly placed there. So Gene made a neutral play with Crowder, but kept that ball going up and down the field, which gave Grant the time to jump on the right of way and get the finish. So well done here by Newport. And that's going to be Grant's second goal, or actually his first goal of the day. So mixing it up very well. So the Newport team coming out of the tent very strong for the second half. Let's see if the Sebby Lion team can get it going. Once again, we'll get everybody on some fresh ponies, and we'll be right back. Stay with us here for our fifth chukker of the 2025 Fall Plates Final. All right, as we prepare for our fifth chukker, I hope you're enjoying your Sunday fun day here. And thank you for joining us here at CTV Sports. And you can see the CTV Sports mobile unit right there in the back. And a good shot here of Gene Goldstein. Shout out to his family, Melina and all the kids, and a big Polo family. Nice seeing Gene Goldstein, Mr. Newport himself. And as I was saying earlier, one of the most winning teams over the 19 years that the Grand Champions Polo Club has been servicing the amazing polo world. And, let's just go through 19 years from everything from 6 goals to 26 goals played here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. And you can even drop down into the kids, of course, with our polo school and with the true beginners, but then also with the Polo Training Foundation, which is also a big part, which they start with lead line class. So that's where kids are actually being led. So that's the beginning. And then don't forget about the 26 goal and where the World Polo League has had a home and is the highest rated polo in North America outside of Argentina at 26 goals. And then that brings us to all the different events, charities that are raised. And look at this, coming out to start the fifth chukker and a must-needed goal here as 8-4 going into this chukker, and Sugar Erskine comes out right out of the bowl-in, takes it down, and picks up his first goal of the day, making it 8-5. The club has been involved in so many just important factors of polo, not just the playing the game of polo, giving opportunities to teach the game of polo, but actually innovating the game, changing the game from the replay and CTV Sports to practicing and trying new procedures and rules. And it's been an amazing 19 years, and it's been fun to be a part of it and have the opportunity to work with such a great group. Here we go. On the move. Turned around, picked up here and controlled by Mark Gansey. Cobra. Off the pony. Good read by Santos. Now we know the gray pony. Be careful. Santos. Oh. And Nick getting in there quickly. And I think he gets out of there quickly, too, and picks up the goal. Yeah, so that was super fast on the steal and then smokes the goal. So good job there by Roldan. That is how you win the defensive play and then also turn it into a quick goal. As I said also, the charities from the White Party to a number of different pride events. It's just been a roller coaster of an entertaining and a lot of fun from our social members to our players and so on. Here we go, back and forth. It is now revving up a little bit here. 4-goal difference in the fifth. Let's see if Sebi Lion can keep up the momentum. They need to keep it going here because this Newport team, they are very strong finishers. They started out stronger today than they did on Friday. On the move, far down the line, looking for Cobra. Stolen away by Erskine. Well done, Sugar. That's what you need to do. Now, as they come together, there, no play for Grant. Good read there by Gansey. He needed to pull out. Now they come together. He'll win that play, and they'll leave it for Roldan. Nick, he'll turn it around. Now, looking to go down the center with this ball. Everybody doing a good job here now for the Sebi Lion team. Carrying a man. Well done, Lorenzo. Lorenzo wearing the number 1. came in for Phil Gutman and has done a good job, scored a quick goal on his as he entered the field, and now he's been playing a lot of defense. Ooh, what a ride off there by Erskine with Gansey, and Sugar on the big gray will run the far side. Stalemate right now. 9-5. Score staying the same, but that ball stay on the field is Crowder. Looking to find a pink jersey and picked up here and taken across by Roldan. Cobra goes near side. Leaves it now for Nick. Nick going down the center. Mark's going to slow the pace here. Going to the tap. Well done. Oh, and just off the left side, but set up very well there. And that'll finish the play, so that'll line them up here as we click down under 2 minutes here in the fifth. Regroup. It will be Erskine in his camo helmet now. A lot of players are, a lot of patrons are used to seeing Sugar in his white helmet. And as you know, it's very easy to find the players with their different helmets they wear. People are known for their helmets. We're going to take a courtesy change here with just under 2 minutes left in the fifth chukker. Still Newport. It started out 1-1. Very good first chukker by both teams. Phil Gutman coming out, scoring his first goal. And then Gansey. Then it went 4-2. That's where you get the jump. Newport jumped ahead there. And then it went 5-3 at halftime. They extended that lead in the fourth, 8-4, and here we are, 9-5. As they come together one more time, Phil. Picked up and controlled by Sugar. Erskine. This ball might carry. Oh, well done, Jason Crowder. And Crowder getting a little help from his cheering squad out there. As you can see him picking his mount up. But look at this pass by Sugar. And that is not an easy goal at all. And, well, there's really no way to practice that. I mean, you can practice the actual shot that Jason took, but to practice it while moving, 30 plus miles an hour, and then get the finish is that's just good polo. So well done, Jason Crowder. That'll be Jason's second of the day, and a much-needed goal, bringing it within 3 here. They're going to get another opportunity with 42 seconds on the clock here in the fifth. Picked up here and controlled by Bellini. I love the gray pony. He got a lot done on Friday. Can he finish his chukker on a positive point? Oh, no. Override. They come together there and picked up and cleaned up now and taken out by Gansey. Good hook there by Crowder. They might get one more opportunity. No, looks like Grant's going to go ahead and control here and gather a few more yards, and that'll send us into our 6 chukkers. So right here, that'll end it right there, and we will start our 6th and final chukker with a bowl in right on center field there. So there's not going to be, pretty even Steven for both teams, but Newport with a commanding lead. Let's see if they can hold on. Who will take home the 2025 Fall Plates Final Cup? We'll be right back for our final chukker of the day. Okay, everybody, here we go as we prepare for our sixth and final chukker. And as I said, it was 1-1 at the first, 4-2. Newport took over in the second, 5-3 at halftime. That's where they get the jump. Then they really came out strong in the fourth. And the fourth chukker can be a deciding chukker at times. A lot of players do play one of their top horses in the fourth, so that they have the ability to get that control, and that's what they did, making it. They doubled them up 8-4, but they fought and they got it back 9-6 here. So 3-goal difference, and still anybody's match. We will have a trophy presentation after this, so we will go to a break after the chukker. And we'll get everybody organized with our presenters and both teams. And we'll get ready for our trophy presentation. So if you'd like to watch that at the end, that'll be a perfect time for you to get a little snack. And we'll be back for our trophy presentation. Who will take home the 2025 Fall Plates Cup, as right now picked up now and controlled by Grant Gansey. Playing very steady polo today, and they'll keep the pressure on. As I said, both teams keeping each other off the penalty line today, which is very important, and this is what you want. Santos Bellini out in front. Nice pickup here, Santos. Nick is going to press and win the ride-off. Turn the corner, Roldan. Nice ball control here, Nick. Gets a rotation from Grant. Perfect timing as Grant gets in position before Nick gets hooked, and that's why they have that rotation. They've won many tournaments together, the number 3 and number 4 for Newport. On the move right here, this ball is going to curve right inside. Are you kidding me? What a pass by Nick Roldan. The finish will go to MG, and Gansey will pick up his 7th of the day. But what a pass by Nick Roldan. That ball actually curved from left to right and made it a little easier for Mark. But once again, they won a number of tournaments together also. Timing is such a big deal. They're always in the right place at the right time. Great teamwork there by Newport to pull ahead by 4 goals with 4 minutes left. This is where the Sebi Lion team needs to wake up and really start to press. Picked up here by Gene. Well done, Goldstein, doing his job today. Not any goals, but filling the spots perfect. And bad luck there as Lorenzo trying to chase that ball and get it before it goes off the field. And we'll get another change of possession. And we are in range for Roldan here. So let's see. We might get a Kersey change. And yeah, we are. So that'll stop the clock with 3:16, and we'll check that out to be precise. And we'll get our final Kersey change of the day. 3:15, okay? So we got 3:15 on the board. And Nick had a little chat there with Gaston Dorniak. Now, that ball rolled out of bounds at about, I want to say the 80 to 100-yard line. So I would think that Roldan is going to go for it here. And he might even pass the stick to Grant because both of them hit the ball very, very deep. And they are in range. Now, he might go for a pass, being that he's up by 4 goals. You can see Crowder on the gray pony down in the goal mouth. looking like a hockey goalie, actually, controlling that 24 feet. Here comes Roldan. And there you go. Oh, and I'm sorry, that's actually Sugar down in the goal mouth. But that ball, well, it definitely would have made it there. I don't know how Crowder takes it out of the air, and that's one of those 120-mile-an-hour shots. I think that ball still was picking up speed. And there you go. So the same man who tried it earlier, now he, as he got deflected out by Crowder, then he got put back on the field, and Nick just squeaks it in there right along the post. Well done, Roldan. Number 3 for Roldan, NR. And I got to tell you, just great passing today by Gene, Grant, Nick, and Mark. Doing a good job, fantastic job on the field. 5 goals up. And let's see if Lorenzo can get out in front. Nice try, Lorenzo. And Santos, Bellini. Good hook here by Gansey. They leave it for Lorenzo. Lorenzo. And Lorenzo's shot is just going to go just wide to the right. And we'll click down under 2 minutes. So, looks like the Newport team here having well, that's what they wanted to do. They added right to that 9 goals when they entered the 6 chucker right away to bring it to 11. But here goes Goldstein and Gene on the big chestnut. Nice run right here. This ball's got eyes, and Gene might get one himself. And, wow, what a save by Erskine. Sugar. That ball was going in. Goldstein with a fabulous run there. And look at this, Lorenzo. He has improved so much. It's been fun to watch. And but can't carry that one through. Backed up cleanly by Nick, and it'll be Grant once again. We'll click down under a minute. See how they change the field very, very well, the Newport team. They use the angle and they keep the opposing team off key. Well done, Gansey. Turned around now by they come together, and they're going to find Lorenzo. Once again, Lorenzo with an opportunity. Nice pickup here. There's the approach. Left to right. The back shot. And yes, what a finish by Lorenzo. Watch this replay here. This is fantastic shot on goal. He opens it up cleanly, and look at that. That is unbelievable. Now, they're not going to win the game, but the shot of the day is definitely going to Lorenzo Ramirez, as he will finally get the final goal there and make it 11-7. Wow, that was just sensational. I mean, that ball's rolling off the field, so he backs it open and actually has some English on it, so the spin carries it into the goal, and you can see the Sugar was right there to give the high sign. And so congratulations, Newport. Gene Goldstein, Grant Gansey, Nick Roldan, and Mark Gansey. They're going to take home the 2025 Fall Plates live from the Grand Champions Polo Club. And looks like we've got a big group down there at the tent. Looks like a lot of our students from the polo school. Some good friends of Phil Gutman. I want to thank Phil Gutman for coming in for Sebi Line. And, of course, Lorenzo, who split the game up. Each scoring 2 goals. So well done. Phil with 2 goals. He had 1 in the first, 1 in the third. Lorenzo with 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. And then the boys mixed it up. Jason Crowder with 2, Sugar with 1, and Santos working hard today as he was very busy. His job with the players he had to watch. And but that'll end at 11-7. So we're going to go ahead and prepare for our trophy presentation. So we'll get all the players off of their ponies, and we'll get with our tournament committee. And you have your little snack, because we'll be right back for the trophy presentation of the 2025 Fall Plates Final. Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz, and we are live from Field 3 here for our trophy presentation. And as you can see right here, we're going to go through our runners-up. And what a game he had right here. Phil Gutman playing the number one. Good shot there, Phil. And 2 goals on the day, the Chucker 1 and Chucker 3. And then, of course, playing behind him will be Sugar Erskine. Great game Sugar had today. Also, 1 goal on the day by Sugar. Playing number 3, one of my favorite players, Santos Bellini. Very, very tough job for him today working on it. And then Jason Crowder playing the number 4 with 2 goals on the day. And we cannot forget Lorenzo Ramirez. But let's go with our winning team. And I guess he's gonna step in and stand in there. Lorenzo for one of our players. And then we're going to go with Gene Goldstein. And Lorenzo actually played for their team, did a good job there. And then, of course, Nick Roldan. And Nick with 3 goals on the day. Great job by Nick. And then Grant Gansey, double G, doing a fantastic job. And our MVP for today, for the 2025 Fall Plates, is going to go to Nick Roldan. So, Nick, congratulations on the MVP, and we're going to go ahead and ask the Sebby Line team to step down, and we'll get a good shot here of the Newport team adding another amazing win to their portfolio of years. And we'll get some numbers on those, but 19 years, happy anniversary to the Grand Champions Polo Club, 19 years, and the 2025 Fall Plates. Congratulations to Newport, Gene Goldstein, Grant Gansey, Nick Roldan, and Mark Gansey. I'm Dale Schwetz, and I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports when I say thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. And always remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.